I'll be honest. For the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to think of the right way of starting off this presentation, trying to come up with something witty and funny that will catch your attention. But the truth is, I couldn't find anything funny in what I'm about to tell you. I traveled here to tell you about the Jahalin tribal Bedouin community, which is one of the most vulnerable groups living in the West Bank. Continued dispossession and displacement have forced them to abandon their nomadic traditional way of life for a more urbanized one, a transition this community continues to struggle with to this day. Despite the tribe's location is in Area C territories, which means that the Israeli government has full control over the area, the residents here actually hold Palestinian IDs. However, it seems as though the Jahalin tribe had been forgotten by both governments. The tribe now lies adjacent to the Jerusalem municipal dump site. Sitting between Israel and Palestine, the Jahalin tribe has no safety net and no one to rely on. Ongoing instability and poverty make it difficult for this community to provide recreational and educational opportunities for its children. There, men tend to loiter on the streets and women are kept indoors. Due to the Bedouin society's adherence to strict gender roles, women are not permitted to travel alone and are therefore mostly unemployed. While men sometimes manage to find employment at a near construction site or scavenge for a living, women have even fewer opportunities than their male counterparts. Having seen many communities in the West Bank before, I was left speechless. Only 15-minute bus ride away from my home in Jerusalem, I found one of the most unforgiving places I'd ever encountered. For more than a year, I visited the Jahalin on a daily basis, and gradually I began to understand that the issue that bothered the women the most was one that I, as an outsider, could not have predicted. As I've mentioned earlier, the Jahalin tribe had abandoned its traditional nomadic lifestyle, shifting to permanent housing instead of tents. This transition took away many of the responsibilities previously held by women in Bedouin society. The social impacts of this transition are severe. Jahalin women now find themselves with nothing concrete to do. Isolated from the rest of their community, these women are trapped indoors doing the household chores and, if lucky enough, watching television. The Jahalin women's appreciation for simply being outdoors and their drive to provide their environment with better education has inspired me to join in with their effort. This is why I chose to spend my time at the Boustan school. Founded with Ibtisam El-Hirsh, a brave woman from the Jahalin tribe and a friend of mine, Boustan steps in and fills the gap left by government agencies, doing so with almost zero budget and relying solely on volunteers. For 5 years now, Boustan is the only place offering Jahalin girls ages 5 to 18 with afternoon schooling sessions and activities such as English and math, recreational workshops and enrichment seminars. And apart from providing a place for productivity and engagement, Boustan also offers a space for encounter, exchange of ideas, and is a platform for simple daily social interaction that these girls and women's lives are lacking. Again, this kind of space is not taken for granted in a traditional Bedouin society where women can be left socially isolated since they ought to follow many rules before walking out of their house. And so by getting these girls out of their houses for classes and workshops, Boustan has also been effective in reducing tension between family members. It changes these girls' perception of themselves by providing them with significant role models from their own tribe, making them feel capable and competent, and thus changing their family members' perception of them as such. Boustan now serves the women and girls of the entire tribe, but they aspire to make it into, let me quote, a real school. Imagine if that real school could actually become a part of their reality. What if we could turn our abandoned bungalow into a suitable space where we could expand the scope of ideas and activities offered at Boustan? What if we had a robust structure that could fit more than 600 students and would invite women from other nearby Bedouin communities to join in? Believing that the Jahalin women are the only ones who know best what their community needs most, there will be a collective panel of Jahalin women running the school, thinking and shaping its curriculum and policies. In terms of economic development, the school will also offer employment opportunities for women seeking to have an impact on the future of their tribe. Develop the women's discourse and cooperation and share their knowledge with the rest of the community. Ideally, Boustan will not only be a place to learn Arabic, math, and other core subjects, but will also be a place to learn long-forgotten traditional Bedouin needlework, basket weaving, and other local crafts work. Many of the women that I've met have also shown interest in music, art, theater, but have no framework in which they can learn and practice these artistic disciplines. This is the reason Boustan aspires to provide a broader educational experience that offers Jahalin girls a wider range of opportunities and choices. We hope that the entire community feels connected to the school. And so the process of building the school structure will include the tribe members and will rely on local and affordable materials found around them. The school will be as self-sustainable as possible and will apply several renewable energy solutions, such as solar panels, harvesting and purifying water, and will have a self-contained sewage system. This is how we can ensure the economical long-term maintenance of the structure. I hope that my personal path of practicing activism will inspire others to act not only within their own communities, but to join efforts with other communities as well, to promote integration of our societies, a fair distribution of resources, and justice. The Boustan initiative reaches out to a population no one takes responsibility for. It emerged from the need for a designated space for women and education. Help us create a meaningful environment where young Jahalin girls can grow up with a different idea of themselves and the women in their life, thus contributing to the larger issue in a small but powerful way. Thank you.